Alright guys, welcome to part 3 on the 1990 Honda CR125. Last video, we took apart the top end. We found out that the piston ring was stuck to the piston, which was not good, which was causing low compression. So we took off the whole piston, measured it. We found out that it was 0.5 over bore. So we bought a new piston. We bought new sprockets and chains for it. We bought a brand new gasket kit for it, and we cleaned up the bike quite a bit. So this video we're going to be working on putting the piston back in. We got it in the mail, and then we're going to do the sprockets, and then we're going to check the water pump just to make sure that didn't fail on it. And then that's pretty much it. We're waiting on the gasket set still. So we'll start putting the piston in and the sprockets on, and then we'll go from there. Stay tuned. Alright, first task is going to be to drain the oil out. There's brand new oil in it. We're going to check and see though if it's milky. And I mean, it shouldn't be because it hasn't run since it had the ring stuck. So we'll see what the oil looks like, and then we're going to check and inspect the water pump and the water pump seal, which is located right underneath that cover. So all that stuff needs to come off. Hopefully we don't rip the gasket when we take off the clutch, because then we have to order a new gasket and then wait for that. So that guy's stubborn. Time to get the old handlebars out. No problem with the handlebars. Pretty gray looking oil. Next step, we'll take off the clutch cover. See what's underneath there. We gotta take off the kick lever, and then a couple of these things, and then the clutch cover should come right off. And it looks like it was leaking a little bit of oil anyway, so we can fix that. I think it was leaking out of the clutch cover gasket. Alright, we're going to start with the water pump cover, and we'll see what happens. There's a big boy. Oop, don't want that dripping into there. That sucks. Water pump seal, water pump cover broke, but that's okay. We can order a new gasket for it. Put the oil bolt back in here. That was the oil that was in it, not too much in there. Alright, we'll take off the cover now. Our water pump cover looked like. It's funny that the gaskets were like wrapped inside of that. Kind of weird. Water pump doesn't look too bad. It's going to be hard to tell until we get this cover off of here though. All right, let's take the clutch cover off now. Doesn't look too bad. All right, took off the clutch plates. They were all stuck together, so we're gonna clean these up a bit. They don't look too bad otherwise. And then we're gonna reassemble it. Put a little bit of gasket maker on this gasket because this is still good. And then I just ordered a new one for the water pump because that one broke right there. So that one's coming in like 4 days. And then we can put everything back together and then put the piston in. So that will be good. We got the cover all sealed back up, everything was good. We got the clutch plates all cleaned up and put back in, oiled up. And we put some gasket sealer around the old gasket just to make sure it wouldn't leak at all. We're waiting for the water pump gasket still, and then the top end gasket kit to come. They still didn't ship it out for some reason. So anyway, we're gonna install the piston while we're waiting for that. We got the brand new piston over here. We ordered a wise piston for it. And I'm a little disappointed. I paid, let's see here. Let's see. Paid $109 for this guy. Doesn't have it on here. But it's hopefully the correct piston. 0.5 millimeters over. You can see it's 0.5 millimeters over right there. So we'll see if this is gonna work. But I noticed that the piston had some imperfections on it. If you look closely, right there on the skirt, it's all dented. You can see right there. It's all dented pretty badly. Really not too happy about that. You can see how smooth these are, the other ones are, and then this one's all dented. And I think it was dented because of this. This is the bag it came in, and notice there's a big slit in it right there. So when they packaged it, this part was protruding out of the slit. So it must have been mishandled and it got dented up. But what we're gonna do, because it's not that bad, but you know, you expect perfection when you pay that much for something. What we're gonna do is just take a little Dremel and just scuff that up, just so that it doesn't have any rough edges on it. And then we're gonna install that. But it's just a bummer because I expected it to be perfect. Just irritating. I mean, it's not going to affect it at all, but there's just a couple little scuffs. So we'll take care of that, and then it came with the rings, or the ring I should say, right here. New ring, the little circlips right here. We've got everything to put the piston back together into the bike. So let's install it now, and then we'll have to wait for the gaskets to come. Alright, let's install the piston. We already oiled everything up. So put the bearing in. Put the piston with the arrow pointing to the exhaust. Wrist pin goes in. So good. Then the little clips go in. These little clips go in next. They're kind of difficult to get in, but that's the last thing, and then the piston's on. Alright, piston's all installed onto the back sprocket and the front sprocket sitting right here. Got a 52 tooth and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is it 12? Yeah, 12 tooth. So we should have some good torque with this bike. I'm gonna put on the front sprocket real quick. It goes right on.
I'm gonna put some grease on that.
Sure. That was on there. Need a rubber mallet. I don't think that's ever been off before. Holy man.
I would like just like cut off the circulation in my head.
Set the crank those off and then put the new sprocket on. Alright, we got the old sprocket off, sitting right here. You can see how bad the teeth were on that. It's just horrible. You want to put the new one on? Let's see if it fits. Hopefully it does. And we'll be in good shape.
Oh yeah.
Cool. Goes well with the rusty bolts.
Yep. Perfect.
A couple of those to put on. That's nice.
Oh man. Is that the right one?
Yeah, you can crank it down, bro. Yeah, I think you have to crank it. Yeah.
Do it more when you get back up.
Alright, tighten those back up, and then we'll be good to go. Alright, we got the back sprocket on and the chain. Everything's lined up. Chain is tensioned correctly. Spins nice and smoothly. Want to do the bearing check and see if there's play in it.
No.
Pretty tight. So that's what the back sprocket looks like. Front sprocket up there. Now we're probably gonna quick flip the reeds around, because those were showing some light between them. And then I don't know what happened here, but I'm gonna try to get that cleaned up. And then let's see what else I do. Oh, I have to repack the pipe and then paint this pipe. We'll try to get that done today. Alright, just flip the reeds around on here. Looking pretty good. No huge gaps anymore. So we should be good to go there. If we have troubles with it when we put it back together, I'll just order some new reeds. It's not a big deal. Alright, we got the pipe out here. We're gonna try to paint this guy up, and then this definitely needs to be repacked. You can hear it. I think it's broken in there, but definitely needs some work. So let's just paint this up quick and just tear that apart and see what's wrong with it. Alright guys, using some flame-proof VHT paint to paint the pipe here. Doesn't have to be perfect. Probably getting a new pipe for it anyway, so. All right, let that dry for a bit and then flip it over to the other side. Should be good to go. This stuff is really fast drying too. And obviously it's used for pipes and stuff, so. Just took apart the pipe here. I mean, that's broken. I kind of figured because it was rattling around in there. So we have to weld that up, and then there's 0 packing in it. So you can imagine how loud that would be. Yeah, so that's in great shape. Just awesome. So we'll weld that up and then put some packing in it, and it should be fine. And then probably gonna paint this part black and then try to polish this up somehow. That is the plan. All right, time to flip this thing over. Paint that guy.
It dries so fast.
Should be good enough. Let that dry and then I'll work on cleaning up the small pipe. Alright guys, well the bike's coming along. We got the new chain sprockets in today, put the piston in. We checked out the clutch, made sure that was good. Checked out the water pump seal, that was always good. And what else did we do on this thing? Cleaned it up a bit, and I think that's all we did today. Got a lot done, and we're just waiting on the gaskets to come to finish the top end, and then we'll be good to go on this bike. Got a little bit more cleaning to do, a little bit more updating to do, but we should be good to go, I think, coming up this week. Anyway guys, if you need any dirt bike part, motorcycle part, ATV part, or scooter part, check out lab2.com. There's a bunch of great parts just listed up there. And after this bike is done, it will be posted up on lab2.com as well. Stay tuned for next video when we're going to be ripping this thing around. Anyway, thanks for watching guys. Thanks for subscribing. Until next time, we are out.